Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending with the time of where you are. I welcome you all to this channel of Video.Guru. Thank you so much for those who have been coming to watch my videos, for the support. For those who have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. And to those who have not subscribed, make an effort of subscribing to this channel. Support me, guys. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget also to leave a comment. And also, let that notification bell to be on. Whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first one to be notified, to come and be encouraged. Yeah. And today's video, it's all about, I just want to encourage someone this evening. Yeah, I want to encourage someone. And I am going to give you a story. I love stories. Sit back, get yourself a cup of coffee or tea or porridge, depending on what you love taking when you are listening to the story. So don't switch. Continue watching, continue listening, continue taking notes because you are going to learn something this day. Uh-huh. And now there was a king, and not just a king, he was a generous king. And there was two beggars. And these two beggars, one was old, he was like 70 years and above, and the other one was young. He was a young man. And now they had that. You see, when there is rumors of a good king, because we know not all kings are good, not all kings are generous, or not all presidents are generous. They heard that there is one, this king, who is very generous, and they say to one another, we must go to his gate to get to be given something, because he is the generous king. He gonna provide to us. And now they made a move, and they went and sat at the gate of the king, reason what the king did. And the now king noticed that there are two beggars at his gate, and he sent someone, go and fetch those two beggars and bring them here. And when the person that was sent to go and get them went and told them that the king want to see you, want you to come into his palace, they were very happy, and they entered the palace. And now the king greeted them, he gave them food and some drinks. And now the time came for them to leave the palace. Do you know what the king did? Sit, relax, for you to hear what king did. And now the king decided to give them the food, not just not leftovers, but food. And he gave them some cash. Now the young one was given first, and now the old one was given second, the last. Now when this young man saw that, he said, wow, the king provide. And you know, most of us, we like praises. And the king, also king, all those people are in leadership. They love being praised. And the old beggar looked at it and just nodded and said, my God provide. And king was not happy with what this old beggar said. He said, it's okay. And the time came for them to leave the palace. and they went home. The following day, they came. They came home. And now the king wanted to prove to them that it is him who provides and not God who provide. Now when they came, the door was open for them to come in. And now this young man knew and ran that the way to the king's heart is through praises. And now they were given food, and they were given food, and the time came for them to leave the Paris. And now, and because the king wanted to prove to this old beggar, it is me who provide and not God. Now he said to them, after he give them money, okay, still give them money and some food. And he told them, now you're not going to use the same route, the same gate you normally use when you're coming here. Like you all know that king has his own ways, how he has his outskirts. Huh? Some roads to Penya, to move or to go. He can use so many in his parish, you cannot just find one gate. There are so many gates. And now it sent them to they are going to use another gate. And in that gate, for them to reach where the parish is, where the houses are, they are going to pass like one gate, two gates, like 2 or 3 gates. And now that day he said, you old beggar, you are going to know that it is me who provide and not your God. And now he sent someone to go and put a wallet, not just a wallet, but a golden wallet on that gate, on that pavement, the pavement that they were using on their way home. And because he wanted this, he wanted to know, and he wanted the people to know that he provides. He said that this, I want you, the young one, to go first. And when the young one was released to go first, and because he wanted him, the young man, to pick that golden wallet, and it had some money in it, so that that man could praise him, the king provided. And now, when the young man was going, he looked at the road and said, wow, this road, this gate is so clean. There is nothing that can make you fall. It is so clean. Look at the flowers. They were so beautiful. And he said, there is no need of me opening my eyes while I'm walking. Let me just close my eyes. Because even though I am crossing, as I walk, nothing can make me fall, or nothing, you see, nothing can come while I'm walking and make me fall or do something that is, you see. So he went while closing his eyes, and he reached at the gate. After touching he opened the gate and left. Now the king was looking from afar. You see how the Paris are being built. You can see you can see what is happening. When you are still in your house. So the king knew that the young man had already left. And now it was a time for this old beggar to leave. And when the old beggar reached, he saw that he was walking, he saw that, wow, look at this place. It is so beautiful. Look at the flowers. The flowers are just, they are just good. Ah, let me walk as I admire the beauty of this Paris. Yeah, so the young man was looking, all corner, admiring how beautiful the flower are and how beautiful. You see, because it's at Paris, the arts all over. And while he was looking just like that, he saw, guess what he saw? That golden wallet. And don't forget, it was meant for that young man to pick it. But because he decided to close his eyes, he did not see it. And now, when that old beggar picked it, he said, oh God. And he opened the gate now and left. And he said, oh God, thank you. You are providing. My God provides. And now the man went. The following day, the king, he was so happy to see them because they came as usual. The gate was open for them, and they entered. And now the king asked the young man, "Now you're welcome. Now I know on your way. What did you see on your way home?" He said, "You know what, king? Wow, this place is so beautiful. Hmm? I loved the gate. I loved the road to the gate. I loved the flowers. I loved everything. And I decided to cross my eye to walk where I am. I can't, well, I am closing my eyes," he said. And now the old beggar said, wow, you know what? He tapped the king and said, you know what? While I was going home, as I was walking my way out to the gate, I saw a golden wallet. And guess what? My God provide. In that wallet, there was some money. The king was like, anyway, he was not and see your God provide. He was not happy with that. And so he said in his heart, now the king, how you will know it is me who provide, but not the king. And now he decided that I am fair and give them food. And now it was time for them to go home. And now the king, because he wanted to prove this old beggar, it is me who provide and not your God. Do you know what he did? And because you know that in King's Paris there is everything. Now he decided to pick a pumpkin and a very big pumpkin. And in that pumpkin, there is a way that they drilled and opened the pumpkin and put some money, not just a lot of money, in that pumpkin and closed it. And now the time to go home, the king gave that young man and said, young man, take this pumpkin. And the young man took the pumpkin. And now the old beggar the king told the old beggar, today I don't have something to give you, but don't mind. Tomorrow I'll give you something. Now, this young beggar, he was released to go fast. And while he was walking on his way home, he looked and said, "Hmm, King provide, but now he has given me pumpkin. Pumpkin." While he was walking, he looked and saw there was a shop. And that shop, that young man went and asked that lady that was selling in that shop, and say, hi, hi, I am selling a pumpkin. And he looked at it. How much? Just 32 coins. And see, and it is very big. Ah, that woman went and gave and took that and he gave that old beggar some cash and picked the pumpkin and went and placed it somewhere. And where he was now, it was time for the old beggar to leave. And where he was walking, slowly, slowly, you see, when someone is 70 years and above, you see, is walking slowly, 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 slowly. And now, while he was passing where the shop was, that lady that the young beggar sold the pumpkin saw him and said, hi, and say, hi, come, come, come. How are you? I'm good. Do you cook in your house? Do you have a place to live? He said, yes. Do you cook? Yes. And he went and picked that pumpkin and gave it to this old beggar and did not even charge him. And the old beggar went with it. And when he went home, he was trying to cut. He cut it so that he may cook the pumpkin. But while he was cutting, guess what? He found there was some money in it. Huh? He was like, hi, pumpkin, money. Huh? He looked and said, God provide, and said, thank you, Jesus, for providing for me. And so the following day, they came as usual. And the king was very, very happy. And he said, did you? And he was happy and asked the young beggar, and no, did you see? Yes, you gave me what I gave you. Yes, you gave me pumpkin. Ah, I know you were surprised. There was a big surprise. And said, then, see, you see now, King, when I was going home, I saw that this pumpkin, me, I don't like, but even though I am a beggar, me, I don't like pumpkins. And I sold it. I don't know what this old man said. And you know what? On my way home, a lady gave me a pumpkin and a very big pumpkin. And when I reached home, guess what? When I was cutting it for me to cook, it had some money, a lot of money. And you know what? My God provided. Wow, this king and nothing to say but he said, for sure, your God provided. Now, I want to tell you guys, when what you see, do you see your friend who is always there walking with you, no matter what he does not or she does not leave you? Or do you see God who provides through that person who is always there for you? Are you in need of a school fees and someone came and gave you that school fees? Do you see the God who provides, or you saw the person who came and gave you the money for school fees? What do you see? While you are working and you are working, where you are you do work, where you report each and every day at your job, the job that you do. Do you see a God who provided you with that job, or you see the boss who gave you the job? I would advise you to see God in everything. In everything that you do, see God. See God in everything that you do. See God because God provides. As I conclude, I can say hashtag God provide. For sure, He is a providing God. Because even a king said, surely your God provided. Be blessed. Thank you for always watching. Watch this video and share. Share, share, share. Be blessed.